Hello, hello.
There we go. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Coffee chat with Melissa and myself. I'm a little stuffy, so I'm just doing tea today, no coffee. But lovely to chat. Today, we're going to talk about pelvic floor health. So important. And I'm going to definitely tell you a little bit about my journey and story and where I'm at. First off, I don't think this conversation happens enough for women. I still think that there's a lot of guilt and shame and embarrassment, and even for women, even not feeling comfortable, even looking at their vagina,
I
right?
read,
Getting
sorry to interrupt you, Nicole. Someone was doing a post on this topic and they had surveyed however many thousands of women. And I think it was 85% surveyed could not name the anatomy of their lady parts. That's crazy, right? And I was thinking, I'm one of those people. So I had to go and literally learn what were all the parts
right.
because we don't talk about that. We're not taught it in school.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just don't.
So I want to share some of the symptoms that women going through perimenopause and menopause are experiencing, and maybe this is you. So dryness, irritation, itching of the vagina and the vulva, pain or bleeding during sex, less sexual lubrication, more frequent urinary tract infections, a frequent need to urinate, and pain or burning sensation while urinating. I have gone through that. How about you, Melissa? Some of that stuff?
Yeah, some of it sure. And what I just to add to that is that it can come on just like that. Like it was fine the last time you have sex, and then all of a sudden you're like, what happened?
Yeah,
So I just wanted
yeah,
to share that because that's what exactly comes to mind. What the heck happened? It
yeah.
was fine. So
So we as women have hormones. One of the biggest hormones that plays a role in our pelvic floor health is estrogen.
mhm.
And as we move through perimenopause and slowly over time, our estrogen starts to um, lower, right? But on a slow, like it doesn't happen because perimenopause can be like 8 to 10 years. It's not going to go from here to here overnight.
Nope.
It's slowly, right? So all of a sudden these symptoms, and then all of a sudden you don't have your period for 12 months, and then these symptoms even come on even harder and stronger, and you're like, oh my gosh, like what is wrong with me? So if that is you, if you're watching this live right now, you know, put a thumbs up. I can relate to what you're saying. I'm going through this. It's not fun. Let's have this conversation today. So I can tell you that definitely in my 40s, my libido wasn't going down, it was actually going up, so that was a good thing. But I would say that some of the stuff was the frequent urinary tract infections. And I didn't know that it was linked to low estrogen until just recently. I was like, oh my gosh, I was like so suffering. And you were with me a few times, and all of a sudden it just came on, and we're in another country, and I'm at a conference, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, that was like full on perimenopause, right? Anyways, so some of the things that I have learned, I'm 53 right now. I am full postmenopause. These are the things that have helped me. So first off, I guess now it's almost been 2 years that I went to my first pelvic floor specialist, somebody in Newmarket, Ontario. It was a referral. I wish I would have gone earlier. I was 51. I wish I would have gone probably in my 40s just to really connect to your vagina with another woman and get educated more beyond what you read in a book. So it's amazing the conversation that can have when you have a woman with her fingers up your vagina willing to have a conversation about what's going on down there. The first thing that she did for me was she wanted to find out if I knew how to do Kegels right. I thought I knew how to do Kegels right. I've been to pelvic floor exercise classes, so I started to do them, and she's like, you're doing them wrong. And I was like, oh, I'm doing them wrong. I was doing them the opposite of the way that I should have be doing them. Then she actually gave me a score out of 5 in regards to the strength of my pelvic floor. So out of 5, obviously 5 is your highest, she ranked me at 2, which showed that I wasn't doing enough pelvic floor exercises for the health of my vagina. So then she educates me and tells me that if you continue on this path of you not taking care of your vagina down there and doing the proper exercises and doing them correctly, in a number of years, what's going to happen is that bladder can drop, right? So you can get prolapse. It's too much pressure. You can get hemorrhoids. And so I was like, wow, I was so motivated. So yes, I paid about $60 for that, but it was the best $160 because it got me a little scared, but very motivated because she educated me on that health. Now, she also said that not every woman should do Kegels because of their level of stress. So when she tests some women, they are so tight and so tense that they're the opposite, that they are at a 5, but in an unhealthy way. And so they are the candidates to not do Kegels. But how do you know? You probably need to go to a pelvic floor specialist. So wherever you are in your journey, it's never too late to go to one, to get an evaluation, to get educated. Melissa, you wanted to add that?
Yeah, I was going to say, just like when you're working out, if you are stressed, your life is so
Mm.
stressful all the time. We think going and doing a hard workout is beneficial, but more is not necessarily a good thing. You actually need to calm your body down. You need to release the tension and stress that's in your body, much like we've learned in the vagina. So if it's tight, tight, tight for whatever various reasons would cause that, doing more exercise there is just like working out when you're already tight and stressed. You need to do, let's just say, yoga for the vagina. You need to calm things down to get it to relax to a healthy amount of, let's call it, tension down there. So just to sort of relate it to regular working out, people like, oh, I'm so stressed, I gotta go work out. You might feel good in the short term doing that, but long term, it's just adding to the stress in your body. That's still causing stress when you work out to your body. So, food for thought for all of our body parts.
Yeah. The other thing too that I have added is a vagina, I can't even talk, vagina moisturizer. And about 2 to 3 times a week. And you want to make sure that it has hyaluronic
Hyaluronic,
sorry,
hyaluronic.
acid in it. Oh my gosh, this is what happens when you have a head cold. I'm already struggling to speak and then I have a head cold. So hyaluronic acid. Yes. So you want to make sure. I have one, it's called Happy Kitty Cream. It's a lady out of Ontario that makes it. There are other great companies out there. Just make sure that it is a clean list. What I like about hers is she only has 4 ingredients and they're all natural, and the product will go bad in about 3 months if you don't use it up like it did with
Yep.
Melissa, because it's
Yeah, I
all
left it at
natural.
home when I was away in Mexico and came back to use it. And I'm like, it's moldy. So
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, so that's the first thing is if you're dry or irritated down there, and honestly, it is beautiful. There are like nights where I just feel like, or you'll know like you're using toilet paper and you're like, ow, ow, why is that hurting? That is not nice. And then like you use a vagina moisturizer and you're like, oh, that's. But think about it. I mean, it's skin. It is skin, and as estrogen goes down, it's not lubing up as much as it used to be. So just like our skin here, we put moisturizer every night on. We need to take care of that.
We can't see the wrinkles down there, so that's why we're not as concerned about it. We don't look at it every day in the mirror. We're looking up.
Right? And then the other thing is making sure that you have a really good lubricant for sex as well, especially if we don't want you to have painful sex. And
Or
sometimes
hair.
if you don't have enough and tear, exactly, and bleed. So having a really good, and finding one that's more on the natural side so that you are making sure that you're not putting toxins in your body. On a crunch, I do use the coconut oil because we always have coconut oil in the house, but I know the coconut oil can dry up pretty fast. So you have to keep on applying it, but it is one of the more natural ones to use. I don't use it all the time, but definitely lubricant. And then the other thing too is just the estrogen for your vagina specifically. And you can get it in tablet and cream and even a ring that gets inserted. Typically, you're going to get it from your, let's say, naturopathic doctor or your medical doctor, but you don't have to because Melissa, what did you just do? Did you order some on Amazon?
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah. Yep, I just found out about it, so it's a good start for sure. For those
Yeah.
like me, I'm not close. I live out in the middle of nowhere, and at least it's a starting point. So
Yeah.
there's so much you can do, but you can just start with ordering that yourself if you need to.
Yeah. So I ended up getting mine from the naturopath, and then the prescription went over to the pharmacy, and there are inserts with a little tablet. And for the first 2 weeks, you're putting it in every night. And then after that, on the third week, it's about every 2 to 3 times a week that you're doing it for maintenance. And what it's doing is it's giving you a hit of healthy estrogen for that area to help with plumping up the tissue, moisturizing it, and making sure that your tissue down there is not thinning to the point where you can't even have sex. And we don't want that for you women. So I'm a big fan of it. I know my naturopath is giving a lot of prescriptions out lately because women, we're starting to talk about it. Like, it's the conversation. We're having this conversation. You're going to listen to it and go, oh my gosh, I haven't taken care of my lady bits. And Melissa, you just got this really new tool that you're just learning about. And I think it might be an option for women too. Do you want to share?
Yeah, I'll share like a little bit because I've just got it as you were saying, so I can't speak to my thoughts on how it works. But it's along, as I understand, along the same lines as doing Kegels. So having said that, this may not be for everyone because you need to go see a pelvic floor specialist to determine whether or not Kegels are for you. Because we talked about if you're already tight like this, you don't want to actually be doing more Kegels. Okay. So just a little disclaimer there. So this tool that I bought, and I'll show it here you guys in a minute. So it combines three different things. It is UV-free red light, and where's the other things? I just want to read so I can show you guys. So it's the UV-free red light, vibration, as well as heat. And it's these three things combined that makes this device so magical. And it's designed to stimulate the tissue, so to help heal it, to encourage blood flow for better pelvic floor health, and improve intimate wellness as a whole, because it's going to help with moisturizing. Just like we use the red light therapy on our faces, it's helping us down there. So this little toy, well, it's not little, is called Joy Lux. So yeah, looks like a vibrator, and it actually is. And it's so funny when you read the description about it. It's just you just sit back and relax and enjoy the health benefits without saying that. But so it has the red light therapy, and it also has the heat, and it vibrates. And I'll just see if I can, yeah, turn it on here. Oh, so turning it on, and then what? Come on. Oh, and then I can choose which, you probably can't hear it, but there's I think 6 different settings for vibrating. And then I just want to get the red light on for you guys. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Yeah, you can't see it's red, maybe not there, but you can see the lights are on. It is definitely red here. And there's timer that you set it for, and I believe it's 10 minutes at first, and you're using this a few times a week. And you just simply insert it. It does come, of course, with gel, which does have the hyaluronic acid in it that Nicole was just talking about. And it's healing and enjoyable all in one. So other than your usual vibrators, if you will, it has the red light therapy. So it's got lots of healing benefits there. So after I have tried this on a consistent basis, I can report back. And then it just literally plugs in, little charger, plugs into your wall. It just comes in this nice little white bag. So I just keep it in there, tucked behind the picture frames that sit on my table, so that nobody is any of the wiser that I've got that sitting on my nightstand charging. All I need is for my kids to come in. What's that, Mom? Anyways, yeah. So yeah, so it's called Joy Lux, and go online and check it out and see if it's for you. I don't have a discount code as of yet. As soon as I do, of course, I will share that with you guys. But yeah, I'm just trying it out myself. So
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. And actually, my kids did come home and saw it on the counter charging, and they were like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm
on the
like,
counter, you just leave it in the kitchen while you're
"Yeah, in the
making dinner.
kitchen."
Yeah, they did do a study for 60 days, and 91% of the women felt increased natural hydration, and 89% reported increased sensation, and 100% of the women felt more confident and emotionally connected with their partners. So, yeah. But again, just with the whole Kegels and being tight, you got to make sure that this would be something that is beneficial for you. So, just get that checked out before you don't want to make things worse thinking that you're doing something that's actually healing for you.
Very good. Thanks for sharing that, Melissa. I just went and grabbed my, I guess they're called Vagifem is what I'm using here. It's 10 milligrams of estradiol vaginal insert. And the little tab is at the very, right here, the very end, and you're just inserting it. That's what I was talking about.
Kind of like a tampon?
Yeah. And then I also do bioidentical testosterone, and I put that right on my clitoris. That is what my pelvic floor specialist said, because it's supposed to help with better orgasms. Maybe, maybe not.
You'll have to
And
get back
then,
to us on that.
and then that's the Happy Kitty. It's called Skin
That's the
Hydration.
best name.
I love it, right? Happy Kitty. And then it has organic shea butter, cacao butter, apricot kernel oil, and then the hyaluronic acid in here. So there you go. And it smells delicious. Like you could probably put it on your face as well.
Yeah, I think
I want,
I talked to her before about that, and she said, "Yeah, put it on your skin, the hyaluronic acid. We
yeah.
just don't put it down there, and it's skin. So,
Okay, I'm putting it on my
oh look,
eyes right now.
the wrinkles are gone.
What do you think?
Can we get bigger jars, like the coconut oil Costco size?"
Oh my God, so funny. And then I just wanted to read this to you because I think it's really good information. So the tissues of your vagina are highly absorbent. When they begin receiving estrogen, right? I think I got some in my eye. Almost immediate changes are triggered in your vagina and urinary tissues. Estrogen causes the lining of your vagina.
Oh dear.
I'm like literally got it in my eyeball. So estrogen causes the lining of your vagina to thicken, making the tissue stronger, less fragile, and more elastic. It can also strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, helping improve urinary symptoms. In addition, estrogen seems to increase glycogen. I did not know that. A sugar that feeds healthy bacteria in your vagina, particularly lactobifidus. This leads to positive changes in your vagina microbiome, helping protect against urinary tract infections. So
So
I thought
good.
that was really interesting.
Yeah.
So I think on that note, as I'm like got kitty cream in my eye. Oh my God, always
Another day.
entertaining. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing, Melissa. Everyone have a great day.
Bye, guys.